It's always a good day when we are making dessert in the 207 Kitchenette main studio. That's what we're doing today with Dr. John Newby from Harpswell. He's a podiatric physician. He is also the author of the cookbook Brownies and Coffee, which praises the healthful benefits of those two wonderful things. He's making brownies for us. We've got melted butter, some chocolate that's melting here, John. Where do we proceed next as we make this dish?
Yes, okay, well, it's real simple, Rob. So as you said, brownies, we're making these today. We have butter, we have chocolate, we did brown butter. I'm gonna take now sugar. I have light brown sugar and regular sugar, add that to some 3 eggs.
Got it.
That we've mixed. I'm gonna mix those up here together, and I usually try to do this kind of slow.
Okay.
To get that going. And then once I get it done, I'll speed it up a little bit. And what I've done is I took 3 eggs and I beat them to get the air in there. Mm-hmm. And now I'm gonna add in a little vanilla.
Right.
Okay, so that's about a teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm gonna add in a teaspoon of salt.
Now, I should note that when we came to your house to do a story on you a few months back, you made brownies for us, and we talked about how you always use top-notch ingredients. Yeah. That's part of the reason why your brownies may cost a little more, but your brownies are so good.
Yes, I think it's very important that when you're making any dish that you try to use high quality ingredients, because that makes a difference in your output of your product.
Yeah.
So what I have here is just flour and cocoa. Mm-hmm. So this is 70% cocoa with all-purpose flour.
Got it.
And I'm just going to go ahead and add that now to the eggs that have been beaten here with the sugar, with the vanilla.
And as we began, you know, John, I forgot to mention what kinds of brownies you're making for us today. This recipe is called Brownies, Pecans, and Espresso Really. And the really is part of the title for this dish. That's part of the name.
That is correct. So, because who would ever thought that you could add both pecans and blueberries and espresso to your brownies? So now that I've mixed my butter and the chocolate, now what I'm gonna do is add in a little espresso powder.
Okay.
So the espresso powder just brings out the intensity of the chocolate.
Got it.
Okay, and then I'm gonna add that all to our little batter here.
Mm-hmm. We've talked about this, about how many batches of brownies you have made since you sort of got into this in a serious way a few years ago, and it's hundreds and hundreds?
It's a few hundred batches of brownies easily that have come together and come out of my kitchen. I'm sure that the UPS delivery guys wondering why like getting all these food products for this guy, but it's been a great experience. So what I'm doing now is I'm just mixing these all together. Mm-hmm. What I'm going to do now is I have some shaved chocolate. Mm-hmm. I'm going to add that in as well. I don't know if you want to finish mixing that there.
We'll do that.
And what I'm going to do is just chop up these pecans just a little bit more. Now I'm going to add these babies in there. So add those right on in. And now for the big boys.
The blueberries.
The blueberries. Now notice how that turned really dark there?
Yes.
Yes, that's just all being incorporated, all that goodness. Now we'll add in those blueberries there, just like that. Then we have our pan.
Into the pan they go?
Into the pan. Now let's see, so this is all mixed up like that. And what I'll do is just pour this in. Now what I do, I line the pan with parchment paper, and I use little clips to hold it down. Little technique there, hold it down. And then you just incorporate. It's in there, just pouring it all in there, getting all that goodness out of there. And yeah, so I pour all this in there, and then once that's in there, what I do, I shake down the pan a little bit so that it's evened out. I'll just set this back here. So just shake it down a little bit. You want to get it in all the corners. And then this goes in the oven at 350 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes.
All right, and you've got a batch that is ready-made.
We do.
That you can pull out for us.
Yes.
So we can see what this looks like.
We do. And presto.
Yeah, put that right up there.
Yeah. There we go.
Now, I should mention, the reason that you do this, John, in part, is because a few years ago, your wife, Venus, was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease when she was just in her early 50s. You have been her caregiver since then.
Yes.
Yellow flower reflects that. And what you are now focused on in life is helping to find a cure for Alzheimer's.
Absolutely. That's in part why the book was written, because through some of the research that I did, I recognized that both chocolate and caffeine play a role in slowing down a progression of Alzheimer's disease. And it's been a proven fact, and a lot of more research is going into it now. But it has been something that I've been very passionate about. So as I wrote this, each time when I create it, I try to think about the people that this could potentially be helping, and including myself as a caregiver. It gives me something else to focus on throughout my day to help me get through. And I get to eat some great brownies and drink coffee all day, so it's pretty good.
The recipe for the brownies with espresso, pecans, really, is on our website and app. Go to the 207 section of newscentermaine.com. You'll find the recipe. You'll also find more information about John's cookbook, Brownies and Coffee, and about the Alzheimer's Association of Maine. Thank you so much for coming in. Great to have you here.
Thanks so much, Rob.
We appreciate it.
it.
Stay with us. Back with more of 207 right after this.